Excuse me. All right, I couldn't find the design group on my Maybo, y'all. So I think we're live. I'm just gonna pull this up on my phone real quick so I can see y'all's comments. So bear with me 1 second. And we are live. Awesome. Oh, got to turn this down there. Okay, so we are live. So I'm gonna give everybody just a few minutes to come in here while I kind of get a little bit of this mess out of the way. What we're going to do today is something new. I've never done it. I don't think I've seen it done. It may have been. I'm not claiming I'm the first to do it. But we're going to do something new. What I want to do... Sorry, I clouds everywhere, guys. Hey, Mom. What's up? Or should I call you Ma since Ma Daw? Hey, Ma Daw. So anyway, what we're going to try to do tonight is incorporate, God, I'm running out of room. I need to clean. I need to have my Ma dog come down here and clean for me. They're up here. We're going to incorporate, I broke up this grapevine. Okay, so we're going to cut some of this off and we're going to incorporate it into this moss wreath. And this is already making a horrendous mess. I don't know where my little broom. I don't know where my little broom is. I will just try to get it. That's going to keep on making a mess. So you'll just have to ignore that. But anyway, so I'm just going to get going here. This I got from Lori. Now when we were at the retreat. Oh, that thing was messy. And this is just, I bought, I think Dawn and I had bought like a case of, last year when they were on sale really cheap, a case of grapevines from the Joann's. So that's where we got those. Alright, hey, Sherry. So what we're going to use tonight, and I know you guys are going to say, you're going to put yellow in the patriotic. I'm like, yes I am. Because I can. I don't want to scream patriotic. I want to scream summer and our patriotism. Okay, so I got this bow from my friend Michelle Reed. It's a big bow, but it's not as big as mine, y'all. Mine's like this wide. Mine's huge. So I'm gonna try to use this. If this doesn't look right and I don't use this, then I've got some backup ribbon. We will make a bow. We're gonna incorporate some of these denim flowers from Old Time Pottery. I don't have the tag anymore, sorry y'all. But I like these because they're more of a denim color. So you could do more of a rustic, patriotic or whatever. Hey, Betty Jane. Hey, Trace. So I like these. And then we're going to use these. I do believe these are an Old Time Pottery as well. And these are like a deep rustic red. So I think these two colors together are going to be beautiful. Okay. And then we're going to use, I'm going to try to incorporate some of these sunflowers in here. Okay. And for our white, we're going to use a bunch of greenery, and I'll try to list those. We're probably going to use, well, see, we're going to use all this, guys. I'm going to make it work. I'm bound and determined to make it work. We'll probably use some of these, some of this variegated, ficus, and then we'll probably use some of this stuff to add in a little texture and stuff like that, okay? We're just going to mix it up. Mixing it up tonight. And then I had something white here. What was I going to use for the white? Where'd my white go? Oh, here it is. We're either going to use some of this for our white, okay, to bring in our white, our red, white, and blue, or we will use throwing stuff. Probably use something like this. I don't know which one I'm going to use. And then I brought in my curly doodads off my grapevine, and I'll probably add it in there. And God knows what else. I'll pick off this back table here that I still haven't cleaned up. So, you ready to get going here? Let's try this. I've never done it, guys, so we're going to try it. Okay, like I said, this is from Lori. These are in her shop. Okay, so just get on her website. She's got these moss rounds in her shop. Okay, so I got those down there. So like I said, I tore apart this grapevine. Okay, so we're going to cut some pieces off here and incorporate this in here. You know, I could just like kind of slap this on here. I don't want to do that, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to get a few zip ties out here. those. We're going to need those. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick and choose. I want these long stragglers for sure. So I'm going to try to follow those around best I can here. Okay. I'm going to cut some loose. Various sizes. Okay. And then I'm going to come over here. Let's see. We got to make sure we got them all cut. I'm not grabbing the ones that don't have cut. Here. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm going to keep following this around. Make sure I'm cutting the right ones here. Let's see. Okay, so now we got that. So now I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to zip tie this. Okay. Because I want this bunch kind of right here. Oops. Make sure I get that the right way. And then we'll cut it off. It'll be easier to tie it while it's still together before we cut it apart. Okay? Everybody see all right? Hey, Nancy, how are you? So I think I got that nice and tight. Okay, now we're going to cut this off. This might be the hard part because we're going to cut through a bunch of vines here. We're just going to have to just keep cutting. Okay? Till we break this off. So this might take just a second. I think I got most of them. There we go. Alright, see how we did that? Now we just got to unravel it from the rest of the grapevine. Oh, there we go. Okay, and we're still going to use some more of this. Okay. So see how I've got that? Well, my zip tie just came off. Maybe that wasn't a good idea, you guys. Live and learn. Holy Moses. Alright, let's try that again. I'll zip tie them back. Okay. Zip tie those back together. I'll try to pull those a little tighter this time. Okay. But I like how it's making like this spray. Okay, this is what I want. I want this kind of like this spray. And if you see something ugly in there, like this little twig, take that out. Okay. So we're just going to separate those the way we kind of want them. Oh my goodness, got in my ear. Alright. I'll fight with the dang grapevine thing tonight. Okay, so see how I'm adding. Okay, here's what I want. I want this added to this moss here, okay? That's what I'm trying to incorporate here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another one. I'm trying to see if I want more on the bottom. And I'm not sure. Because guys, like I said, this design I just pulled out of my hind end. Let's cut a few more off. Let's see. Okay. I always like to try stuff new for you guys. I'm willing to make an idiot out of myself trying. I don't care, guys. It's fun. Right? Alright, let's see what we want to do here. Kind of thinking maybe we don't want these. Maybe we've got enough. Yeah, I think we've probably got enough. Hold on, let me set these somewhere where they don't get all mixed up in my stuff. We may add those in later. And we may not. Okay? Like I said, I'm trying to pull this. I'm just pulling this out of my hind end here just to add. To have some fun, guys. Do something different. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go right down and through here. These have these little crossbars. And we're just going to make sure we get underneath there. And poke that, hopefully, poke that down in through here. I'm trying to find it coming out there. There we go. And we're going to zip tie this right here to our base. Okay. And again, we're going to pull that tight. Okay, we want that nice and tight. Okay. So now we've got, this is what we kind of got going on. And those stragglers we can add in our design, like kind of after we're done. Okay. So now we're going to get going on our design. Okay, so I want to use these variegated. So I've got pulled out a couple of those. Okay. And I don't think I want to cut these apart, but I think I may. I think I may cut these in a few sections. Okay, this is another one that's from Lori's shop. So you can find that down in her shop. So let's cut this apart in 3 sections. Okay. There's a longer one, a shorter one. Cut this one. And we'll cut this one down. Okay. Well, that's a little bit shorter. That one's a little bit longer. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing to this one. We're going to pull it out like this. Okay, we're going to cut here, shorter, longer, longer, and that's kind of another shorter. So let's start by putting those in there. Okay, and let's start building our base here. So I'm going to take these longer. 2 top pieces. I want my 2 top pieces, these longer ones, okay? Up here in the top. Okay, these I'm going to try to poke in here. Okay, and I'm just kind of going down in to our, I lost my live there, so I can't see your comments. We're just going to go into the, and kind of mix these around our draping things. Okay, and then we're going to take our other lower one and go kind of down in the bottom without dipping our other thing in there. Okay, and this one I think I'm going to come like right in through here, right in. Make sure you twist those kind of around. I'm going to come right in through here. Okay, actually I don't want that there. That leaf's kind of driving me nuts there. I don't like that one. Might just cut that off. I think this one I'm going to go down a little bit further. Okay. I didn't like my placement of that. Okay. So see how we're getting this. We're starting to build our background and our base. Okay. I was going to try to do this on the easel again, you guys. But that got me so whacked out last week. I got to start training myself. Hey, Teresa, how are you? I hope you're feeling like that. I heard you've been having a horrible time. I'm so sorry. That sounds horrible. I hope they're trying to get you taken care of. Now this one, I'm going to come up in here. Okay, I'm going to put another, I'm going to put one back up at the top again, okay? Oops, hold that leaf. And that one, come on. Okay. I'm going to go back up in here. Okay, we're just sticking down into our, we're just sticking it kind of down into our base. And now we're going to take our shorter ones and just kind of fill in here. Okay. So I'm just going to come up and through here. Okay. I'm going to come up a little higher. Do I like that one down there, actually? Yeah. Keep changing my mind on y'all, you guys. Alright, so I'm doing this upside down. And this one will stick kind of down in there. Okay, and I'm just kind of filling in, just kind of getting this background started. Okay. Just kind of getting our background color kind of going here, okay? This one I think I'm going to stick kind of more in towards the center. In there. Okay? And then we just move those around a little bit. There's all that glue string. Okay? So now let's go in. So here's kind of where we're at. So see, here's our, you know, our bow that we're going to stick in here and build our flowers around, okay? So now here we can, I know, Teresa, I'm so, oh, I saw your post today. I didn't know you had got out, but I'm glad you're out. Thank goodness. That sounded horrible. It sounded like you had a rough time at it. All right, so now I want to use, we've got 2 of these, and I'm not sure, one's a little, they look similar, but they're different, but one's a little darker, so I think I'm going to use the darker one. Okay, I'm going to knock off. So I think I'm going to use the darker one. Lori has this one in her shop. Okay, so we're just going to pull this out. This has a lot of stems, and there's a lot of variations in this stem. That's why it's one of my favorites. I think it was some of everybody's favorites down there at the retreat. I'm going to pull some of these up. Okay. I'm going to pull all of them up. And I'm not pulling them up all the way. Okay. So, I'm going to cut, maybe, let's go up here. I'm going to cut some of these off. I'm going to use the ones with the berries. Okay. Not all of them have the berries. Actually, we might use this whole bush, guys. What are you doing? Berry, 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 and berry. Let's start with those. Did I cut that? Guess I didn't cut it. We'll start with those, and then we might add these others in after we get our florals going there. Okay. So now we're just going to trim some of these up a little bit. I'm going to sporadically add these. I just pushed that all the way back down. I had it pulled up. I'm holding it in the wrong spot there. Okay. I'm just going to push that in there. Okay. We've got one. Shoot, we only got 5 of these, so we're going to figure it out. Okay. Put 2 down there. And all the glue strings are not my friend tonight. Okay, this one we want still sticking to my fingernails. Look at that. Still sticking to my fingernails. No, it's right there. Okay. It's going to look a little weird to start until we get our greenery, you know, going all the way around. I might have to cut one of these off another bush. I don't know if I got another one down here. Well, maybe not. We'll just put it, I think we're just going to put it up top. We're going to just stick it up top here. Okay. So see how that variegated is adding all this in here. I am going to have to probably add, stuff is sticking like crazy to my fingernails. I thought I had another one, y'all. But I may not. I can always pick one off of, just put down here. I think this will work for now. Okay. So now let's, I'll just pull the daggone leaf off because I glue on my fingernails. It just stuck to it. Let's see what else we got here we can add in here. I'm feeling a little randy tonight. Let's get crazy with it. Alright, so here we are with our greenery. We're going to add some more after we get our florals in. Okay, so let's start messing with the florals. I just lost another flower. So these again are the blue and the red are from the Old Time Pottery. And most everything else I'm using tonight you can find it on Lori's shop. Okay, so let's see what we got here. We're going to cut the sunflowers off. We want to use those. Okay, I'm going to try to pull some of the flowers, the stems up. So we're going to cut this off long right now because I'm not sure quite yet where I'm going with this design tonight. Like I said, I've never tried one of these before, so we're learning together. And that's always fun. Or not. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, but I'm okay with that. At least we tried. Okay, so I'm just going to cut. Probably, I'm going to use, let's see, there's 5 on a stem. No, 6. Okay, so we're going to try to use all 6. Okay, we're going to try to use all 6 of these. And we may not, okay? We just may not. And we pop the top. Hate it when it happens. Hey, Ian, how are you? Your domes have been so cute. Alright, so let's start with that. This one came off right here. I'm going to stick that back on while I see where it goes. We may add some of those back in and we may not. Okay, so I'll throw that in my big pile. Alright, so here's what we're doing, Ian. We're trying to incorporate some grapevine into a moss wreath. Okay? So, oh, okay. This lady wants me to make her 2 sunflower wreaths, but she says, can you add some pastels? Would that look right? Girl, here's my rule of thumb. I make it. If that's what she wants, just ask her, you know, what's she talking about pastels? Pastels can cross a lot of, you know, it can go across the gamut a little bit. So you need to ask her, you know, what do you consider a pastel? I do believe you could. I'm putting yellow right here tonight into Patriotic. Why? Because I want to. So, yeah, you can do whatever you want to do. She can have you design whatever she wants, you know. But I would, I would ask her to be a little bit more specific on, you know, what is your idea of a pastel? Because sometimes their idea of a color is not what's in your head that you're thinking of as a color. Okay? So that's just my only suggestion. I gotta cut my nail off. Cut another nail off. I better not have. My arm, I caught it just in time. I can start keeping them out of the way. Alright, so these, I'm just going to cut all these off. I don't know how many I'm going to use. I've only got 5, so we might have to adjust our design as we go here because we only have so many flowers that we're using here tonight, okay? So like I said, we're going to add some more greenery. I just wanted to build our base back here. Oh, she said surprise you. Well, pink and yellow are her favorite. Well, Betty Jean, you can do that. Absolutely. You can do, because I almost was going to add it to something. Let me show you what I have. Just an idea. I'll hold some pink up with this to show you. I had it last night, dang on it. Here's some pink, and here's some pink. Let me show you this so you can just kind of get an idea. And there's no rules. There's no rules. You know, you got some pink florals like this, and you're adding them. Let's say you got this. Let's just stick these in there for, you know, crap's sake. Just to pretend here. And then let's say you got, you know, you want to add some pink stragglers like such. Okay? And you're adding this kind of in here. And granted, this, you know, I just grabbed some pink there. Just so I could kind of show you. But I mean, you know, it's not going to look bad. You know, a garden is many different colors. So, hey, Michelle, how are you? It looks fabulous. You know, I don't know if you can see. Let me get behind it. There we go. Kind of so you can see. Or you could do something like these. You know, because a garden is many different colors. So, yes, I think pink would be fantastic in the sunflower wreath. Why wouldn't it be? See? you know, I think I'd go for it. Just get some money down first. Sometimes that goes awry when they say, oh, you do this, yeah, okay. All right, so let's start adding these florals here, okay? So I'm going to start with the blue. I've only got 3 blues. So I have a dilemma. We might have to leave one out. We might have to leave one out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a, you know, I want this to be kind of up here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this as best I can. Okay, so I'm going to trim that down just a little bit. Okay. Then we're going to come up in here and go down into that foam like such, and we're kind of flipping it out towards us, okay? And then we're going to come down. Well, my glue is snotty tonight. I hope I helped you with that. Yeah, that's a good idea too, Don. Yeah. And that's why I said this one flat, well, I threw it over there. It's got a bunch of different shades of pinks in it, which is very nice. And then like Dawn said, you could use those different shades of the yellow as well. Okay. All right, so let's add some of this red. I think I've only got 5 of these, so we might just do 2 on each side, 2 on each side. Okay. Let's trim these down. I think that's 4. Okay. Ooh, I didn't trim that one down too well. Or maybe I didn't trim that one down at all. Okay. And this one we're just going to come up in here. I need to start. I need to go to pick school. I need to go to glue pot school. Lord have mercy. Or I just need to calm down and slow it up a notch. All right. So this one I'm coming up in here and going in. No, I need that one cut down a little bit more, guys. If we save that, we might use that. So we cut the leaf off that one. Okay. There we go. Okay, this one I think will be good. We'll cut that just a hair more just in case. I didn't know I got my nipple in there. Pete. Okay, so see how we've got these going on? I'm creating a little triangle here. And since I've got odd numbers, I'm going to do just some odd, just a pattern. And then we're going to go back through with our color and more greenery. And then add our bow. Okay? That's what we'll do. Oh, my glue's too hot. I keep going back and forth. Here. Right, so this one will come back down in here. Okay. That one in there. I'll angle that one so it's kind of coming forward. Okay. And then we got this one. We got one more we're going to put up top. Okay. Let's see where we want that one. Okay. I'm going to stick this one kind of over in here. Okay. Mangled by my, I might throw another one up top later. I'm going to wait till I'm done to see if I want to do that. Okay. Anyway, I hope everybody's liking this little idea. I didn't know how it would turn out. I was just going on a wing and a prayer that this might work. Okay, so now I'm just going to add some yellow sporadically. Okay. Like I said, I've got 2 bushes of these, so if I really wanted to, I could cut some more up. Because because we've got six of these. I think we got 6 of these. Okay. I'm just going to kind of angle that one up a little bit. Okay. God's glue is all over my hands. Now we're going to go down here to a little triangle and go right in kind of there. Okay. So see kind of how we're getting that, kind of getting this going here. And then we're going to add more greenery. Okay. And we may add, I don't know guys, we may add, oh, we got to add our white still too. So yeah. Okay. Alright, so let's go back up to the top. I want this one. Glue all over that. Oh, let's see, that one's going to go up top. Actually, this one's going kind of down here on the inside. Okay. This one up top, down and through here. Just kind of spreading those and sticking that in there. Okay. And then we got this last one we'll stick in there. Okay. Alright, so see, we're kind of here. Still got our stragglers going on here. I'm going to have to tame them down a little bit. Okay. So now let's add our bow. And that way we can kind of see where we want to add some more greenery and whatnot. So what I'm going to do with this bow, it's a pipe cleaner. So I'm going to go and tie it behind. I'll have to use my needle. If you guys don't have these needles, Dawn has them in her shop. Okay, so we're just going to take this and go right through there. Okay? And then we'll twist and tie that. Twist and tie that on there. And then we'll start adding a little bit more greenery. Or what? Well, we're going to add some white first. It actually has greenery on it, so that might help us out deciding what we want to do and how much more greenery we want to add. Okay. So there's that. We'll spread that out kind of the way we want it. Okay. So here's where we are. Okay. We've got our big bow. We've got our stragglers. Like I said, we could still add some more of those if we like to. But let's finish adding some more. We'll make a mess. Let's add some. We got to add our white now. Okay. It's kind of getting lost there a little bit on the bow. Okay, let's add some more. Because we're going to add some more of this greenery. And I think for my white, I am going to add maybe some of this. Okay, this adds some white here. I hope it's long enough, but I think it will be. Okay, so we're just going to fold these out. Okay, push these up as well. I love the push-up flowers. You get more bang for your buck with the push-ups. So I like those. Okay. So this one, this is a nice one. This is, I think I got this at Lori's too. And this is nice. It has a lot of stems. It's got like 12 stems on it. So you get a lot of bang for your buck. Okay. So let's add some of this in here. Okay. Let's cut some of these off. Everybody had a good week? It's been rainy today. These are kind of sticking together here. Well, it was raining when I came down. That's what I should do. Hold it down here and then my fingers don't get in the way. Right? I'm just cutting all 12 of these off. I don't know if we're going to use them. Whoops, this is garbage can. Okay, so let's just start adding some of these in. This is going to be our white. Okay, we've got those all pulled up. We're just going to find sporadic places to just poke those into our foam. Okay, and we're just going to add these randomly around our design. Okay, this is where it's going to start filling in and everything. Okay, so this is where it starts getting fun. Oops, make sure I get it in there. That would be nice. Okay, so I can angle that over there. See how nice that's looking? It's starting to fill that in. Okay, pull those up. Some of these I need to trim off. We'll take this one and go in here towards the inside. Okay, I feel like I need something. I need something down here. Oh, that's where I was short that one, so I'm going to have to cut one off another bush. And I don't think I have one down. Oh! Don't fall in there. I don't think I have one down here. So, I'll have to do that. I want to take the picture. Okay. So, we got that one there. So, yeah, I need that green. I need that other green bush. Or I might cut another piece of that eucalyptus off. Or not eucalyptus, that ficus. This will stick down in here. I'll break that up. So see how that's breaking that up and adding that color? Oh, thank you, Betty Jane. That's what we're all here for, everybody, just to help each other and bounce ideas off each other and help each other out, right? That's what it's all about. And the more people that speak up and give ideas, the more creative, you know, the more ideas you can get. So it gets very helpful. Okay, so there's part of our bottom. Okay, see that? I think we've got them around the outside. So let's start on the top. Let's start on the top. Okay, so we're going to stick this one down. Can't tell if I'm going, I can't see. Okay, yes I am. Oops, lost a little one there. Try not to stick in your leaves. Try to get down in that foam there, okay? I keep pushing the flowers back down on myself. Okay, so we're getting that white back in here. Okay, we got a couple more pieces. Heck, oh, I used too much down at the bottom. How many did I use down there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I should have 1, 2, 3. It says it had 12 on that bush. Dang it. So I'm gonna have to double count my bottom there. Definitely have to double count that bottom. If not, I've got something similar that might work. Okay, so got that one there. I need this one kind of up in here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they must have, one fell over there. It did not have 12. That's what the bag said. It had 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops! I can't count. Holy Moses. Susan can't count. So which one are we going to take out? I think we're going to take that one out of there. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. You did kindergarten. 1, 2, 3. 1 goes out there. And this one, I'm trying to get them even, y'all. Like in the right spots. Okay, and that one will go there. So now we've got our red, white, and our blue incorporated in there. And we're just going to go back. Like I said, I think I want to add one more. I'm deciding here, guys, if this is what I want to do. Since I've got one left. If I want to add one more red to the top. I'm going to wait till I'm done, like I said. Okay. I think I'm going to have to wire my bow a little bit. I'm going to have to pin it on the side here, or tie it tighter so that it stays a little better. Okay. This one I think I'm going to pull out just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to have to finagle that bow. We might have to reattach that bow. Alright, so let's add some more of this greenery in here. Okay, this one is another, like I said, noise. And this one had a total of, it doesn't say how many pieces around here. But I think we pulled 5 of the one. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this one must have 12. But it has 5 of the ones with the berries and 7 of these. This little booger came off from that. Oh shoot! From there, put a little glue on that. There we go. So we're just going to probably use a few of these, but I'm going to cut them all off. Okay. Like I said, these are push-ups as well. Okay, and these we're just going to go in. Make sure you move your leaves and get these right in there as well. Okay, we may not use all these, like I said, and we may. Okay. Go around the top, add some. Is everybody liking this or not? Well, thank you. I like to do that. Betty Jane, I tend to break the rules when it comes to colors because, excuse me, I like to do what I want to do. And you'd be surprised. You know, you'd be really surprised. Things you don't think would ever work together, you just throw it together, and it really does. And, you know, and there's been times I've also done it, and it hasn't worked. But 9 times out of 10, it works. I'm just saying. Oh, you booger. Get on there. Oh, I just stuck that glue right on my hand. But don't be afraid to try and play with things. And if you don't want to do, you know, the glue, you can always dry fit and that way you're not, you know, you're not committed to too much to your to what's going on there. Okay. I do feel like I need something. I think this one needs to go. That needs to go down more or something. It's something here, but I don't know what, y'all. I've got one more of these. Wish I had two, but I don't. So I think we're going to add it up. I think we're going to add it to the top. Maybe we can get it in there. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to look. I don't know, what do you think? Oh, my dog just, sorry. Harper. Jeez, a beat girl. Woo! Trying to think what else I can add here. I'm still feeling like it needs something. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. I don't do that a whole lot, but there's something, I need something here. And you know what? Here's what you do. You pull out some of these leaves from your garbage. Okay? If I can get them cut off. Let's see which ones we got in here. Ah, here's one. Cut off. We're going to go garbage picking for leaves here. Because these you can use. Okay, these have stems, so we're going to use, this one has a stem. And that one has a stem. So see, I need just a little bit of greenery here for some reason. I don't like it. So we're going to add a little bit of this to there. Let's see, what do I have? Oh, here we go. You can add that right on there. Okay. Cut that. And, oops, I about swung my other one off the table there. Okay. So we could add this where I said I thought I needed a little bit more greenery. Okay. Just to fill in that little hole. This one only has 2 leaves. So, oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. We may have to steal. Actually, we're going to take it off here. We'll cut that stem down. Put that there. Okay. I'm going to stick this one right down in there. Okay. That one's still bugging me there. I'll push some of those down and see what happens. See if I like that better. Okay, so that kind of fills that hole in a little bit better. Okay, I'm just going to angle our flowers up to where we think they look good. I'm going to throw some of those back in the garbage and tuck that down there. That right there. Twist that a little bit. Just adjust, and I think we're actually, good to go. We're actually good to go, guys. Like I said, you could go back and add more greenery if you like it. Okay, and then we can always go back and add, like I said, these stragglers over here. Okay, so we'll cut some of those. Oops. And add these in here. Okay. Lift that up and try to miss our florals. Try to get that down in there. Okay. So see how that little thing kind of curls up right here, and just add a little bit more funness to it. Okay. We'll just add a couple of these. Okay, we'll add one to the bottom. Which end do I like better? I like that. I like that one better. Whoops, put my tablet there. Go up in there and get it into our wreath. Okay. And then we're gonna, I think we got a little piece, another little piece. Might as well use it. Okay. Let's find a spot to stick that in there. Oh, thanks, Trace. Thanks, Betty Jean. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Nance, Sherry. I had one more stick up top. And guys, these, after you take them off your grapevine, you can stretch them, and you're not gonna hurt. You're not gonna hurt them. We'll stretch it. Okay. And just kind of twist that the way you want. And then if you want to go back and add more of these around the side from the grapevine that we took apart, you can do that. But I think we're done, guys. What do you think? You can kind of see the little stragglers. Hopefully you can kind of see those where we added those. Okay. But it's just another different take on a patriotic, but summertime. Okay, so it's not just screaming just patriotic. Okay, so that's just another little idea. Like I said, I might add this one. I'm just gonna stick it there for now, because I think, you know, I want my focal point to be more going this way, so I might add that last red one to the top. But I'll sit back and look at it and just see. Oh my God, this is a mess. Lord, we make a mess. Jeez. All right, but anyway, I hope you like this. That's something you can try. And like I said, just, you know, we can add more. I don't think it needs anything. I think I will put one more of these up top too. I don't know. That's bugging me too right there. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. If you have any questions, I'll try to get this video down on the outside though, like in the center, on the outside. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, we'll think about this one. I don't think I really want a flower. I could put a yellow sunflower. I don't know if that's what Dawn was talking about. I could put a yellow sunflower on the actual bow, which that might be cute. I don't know if that's what she was talking about, but that would kind of be cute to add one right in the center, which I might do that. That was a good idea. Very good idea. Very good idea. And then, like I said, I may go back and add just a few more yellows to the top. There's something bugging me about right here, and I'm not sure what it is. I may just have to add like another piece or two of the ficus, and then I'll be happy. But anyway, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you like this project. I'll try to get it, well, it'll be on the page, but I'll try to get it so Casey can get it onto the Kajabi and stuff like that this week. But all right, guys, everybody have a blessed night and the rest of the week. Don't forget to join, I think, Dawn's live tomorrow for Back Feels Better. Excuse me. And I will probably be live Friday or Saturday afternoon on my page. Hey, Deb, thank you. And other than that, everybody laugh. Or, you know, what do I always say? I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, y'all. I'm about brain dead tonight. Laugh and live with a half full cup, y'all, when it's all black clouds. Find the sun. Be kind. I'll see you next week or on one of the other lives. Thanks, guys. Bye.